In this tutorial, we want to look at how to remove background from an image, any image or any bitmap that you have traced in Inkscape, or any image at all that you don't want, you've not traced, but you want to remove the background and replace it with something else. So I have this picture here. I'm using Inkscape 1.0. Now, with the first thing, the easiest thing you can do, which sometimes works but it's not really reliable, is that you say you take the image and then you go to path and then you want to trace the image. So I have a video on tracing image in details on my homepage, so you can check it. This one is a quick one on that, on just how you can get rid of the background. So let's say I have something like a multiple, what I will use is the multiple scan, and then I really tick here remove background. But if I do an update, you see the background is still there. Let's see, let's do okay, and then if I close this, what I traced more or less still has a background. So I cannot do anything much about this one. Now the best thing you can do, I delete this. The best thing you can do is to first of all cut this. So you can do, and then cutting only won't solve your problem. Let's see why. I use the Bezier curve and straight line tool. I use the create sequence of straight lines, and then I outline this so that I can cut it more or less. So I go around it. Although it's straight lines, afterwards you can just smoothen it with your node tool. So trace and let it be a closed circuit. So I'll just go around here like this and go here, and then come here. Okay, so now I go with my edit path by nodes tool, and I try to smoothen it up a bit. I can move the nodes and all just to make it a bit smooth, and so I think I'm good with this picture. There's not too much to be done, but if yours has a lot of depth, you can still do it by just touching these things and adjusting them a bit so you get it rounded a bit. Okay, so now with this, I select everything. I go and select everything, and then I go to path, and then I go to object, I go to clip, and then I go to set. So it clips this, and then you say, oh, then it's clipped, let's scan it. Okay, but the problem is when you clip this, for you to be able to scan it without, okay, I scan it, let's see again if I scan it without doing another step that I'm going to talk about. So we have it here, and then we go to path, trace bitmap. The strange thing is still, if I do an update, still the background, although I've cut it, is still there. You see it in this preview here. So the best thing for you to do to get rid of it totally is to save this thing in PNG and load it back. So we go to file, export PNG, and then you get this dialog box here, and then export as. You press here, and then you choose the file where you want to export it to. You choose somewhere you want to, and then you do save, but that isn't saving it. So now you go to finish it up, you go to export. Now it's the image is exported, so now you can go to file and then you import what you did again. So I think this was what we did was this. So you come and do this. Now I have the image here. I don't need this anymore, so I can either delete it or whatever. And then let's move it out of the way and then now this, if in case you want to give it a scan, a trace, you want to trace it before, let's look here. We go to path and then trace bitmap. Now we need to do an update. You see, now there is nothing there, so when you trace it, you are not going to get anything there. Okay, now with this, I wouldn't even bother to trace it. Okay, this is the traced version and you can do things with it, but I will delete this. If you don't want to trace it, now you can put your own background. You can go for your rectangle tool and then create something that you want, like this, or whichever background you think is adequate for your picture. Now this is covering it, so I'll just go and lower this down, and then I have a new background for my picture. So this is how you can remove the background of a picture and put any other background you want, anything at all that suits your needs. Thank you for watching. Please help me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Bye.